El link para la clase el jueves, dice.
Hey, Stephen, can you hear us? Stephen?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, it's 6:30. If it's okay, I'm going to just go ahead and call roll call, and then we'll deal with the next piece of business. Mr. Haggerty?
Here.
Ms. Austin?
Here.
Mr. Montiel?
Here.
Mr. Ruddle?
Here.
Thank you. Mr. Adams is absent. Ms. Hupka is absent, as is Chair Martinez. He is absent. Mr. Renson?
Here.
Mr. Kaplan?
Here.
Ms. Cesario?
Here.
There is a quorum present. So evidently the procedure is when both the chair and the vice chair are absent, the remaining members are to nominate a temporary chair to chair this meeting.
I nominate Member Haggerty.
I second the nomination.
Okay, we're going to do an informal vote on this one. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, Mr. Haggerty, you're in charge.
Yay,
Thank
come
you.
back again.
Get this.
I know, get the
Hammer
gavel. So missed it. Just okay, I'll call to order the Planning and Zoning Commission meeting for Tuesday, April 8th, 2025. And with that, first order of business is approval of the minutes. Can I get a motion?
A motion to approve.
Second.
And Nancy for the vote.
Mr. Haggerty?
Abstain.
Abstain? Okay. Ms. Austin?
Yes.
Mr. Montiel?
Aye.
Mr. Ruddle? Stephen, do you approve the minutes? We'll come back. Mr. Renson?
Yes.
Mr. Kaplan?
Aye.
Stephen, can you hear us? Do you approve the minutes?
Yes.
Okay,
Aye.
thank you. Motion passes. I'm sorry, and Ms. Cesario. For some
Yes.
reason you weren't on my list. I apologize. Thank you for that.
All All right, next item is members of the public to address the commission. I'm not seeing any of the public here. Anybody online?
There is not.
All right, so with that, we can go ahead and discuss meeting procedures. We have a guest speaker. If you want to go ahead and introduce yourself and go from there.
Absolutely. I am B. I have some printed copies to give to you guys. Oh, perfect. So I am B. I am the extern with the City Attorney's Office this semester. I'm a third-year law student over here at DU, and I am just giving you guys some updates on our public meeting procedures here in Englewood. So just for a little bit of background, Englewood uses Bob's Rules of Order for these types of meeting procedures. It was adopted in 2018 and expanded in 2023. And then in 2024, Englewood passed an ordinance just adding some small changes that I am going to update you guys on. So just an overview on Bob's. The main goal of this is for you guys to run your meetings efficiently. And so there's a lot of discretion and flexibility in how you guys use them and enforce them. And they're really to help you guys. Some good resources in the books. You guys should all have a copy of Bob's. And some good resources to be aware of are Appendix B at the end, which is just all the rules listed out really briefly, just for quick reference. And Appendix C, which is just a table of all of the motions and points with just all the details and specifics on all the motions and points you guys can use. So just good to be aware of in the book. With motions and points, you guys are probably already very familiar, but motions are just for any sort of formal action you guys want to take as the body, and using the same process of introducing and seconding, debating and voting on them. And then points used for smaller procedural issues and faster matters that need to be addressed immediately. So the one-page printed guide that I handed out to you guys is a little reference guide that we made for you that is used for, or intended just be used quickly by you guys in meetings to answer any questions that come up pretty frequently. So it addresses flexibility, again, just the point being for you guys to use them as you need, and some points on motions and points, and some basics on those. One motion that has been confusing for some of our boards is the motion to reconsider. So this can be used when you guys want to reconsider something that you already voted on. So it vacates the previous vote as if it didn't happen. It doesn't reverse the decision, it just basically undoes the last vote so you guys can debate and vote on it fresh, basically. You can debate it, but only about why it should be reconsidered. You can't debate the original motion itself, just why you would like to reconsider it. And it can only be brought by a member that voted with the majority. So if you lost in the original vote, you can't use this to bring it back up. But if you voted with the majority in the last one and you have found new information that you want to reconsider it, you can make this motion. It also is time limited, so you can only bring it at the same meeting or the next meeting after the original matter was voted on. So if you voted on something a couple months ago, you can't use this motion to bring it back up. And again, just if it's successful, it vacates the original vote and you can put forward a new motion to reconsider it. The rest of the reference guide, it talks about an executive session, which we will talk about at the end here, and some ethics points, just for your clarity, with the main difference being, or with the main issue being the difference between an appearance of impropriety and a true conflict of interest. And that is relevant to you guys because if you have a true conflict on a matter, you have to recuse yourself and you can't vote on it. Whereas if there's just an appearance of impropriety, it is up to you. If you think you should recuse yourself or if you'd like to state why you still believe you should vote, you can stay on it. So the ordinance that made these changes for Englewood was adopted, basically just make some little changes to make these rules function better for Englewood and our boards. There are just some small, minor changes in it from the published copy of Bob's. The first one has to do with recusal and leaving the room. So if you do have a conflict or you choose to recuse yourself on a matter, under the original Bob's, you would leave the room. But because of Colorado open meetings laws, we can't make you fully leave the room. So even if you don't vote, you can still stay and listen to the debate without leaving the room. The next change has to do with closing debate. Under the original Bob's, if you make the motion, or if you put forward a motion, you get to start the debate, you get to be the one to talk first. And this Englewood change just also lets you be the last one to talk. So you get to open and close the debate on your own motion. The next one, this rule doesn't originally exist in the Bob's copy, it was just added in this Englewood change, and basically it lets you request that a summary of your debate is added to the minutes of the meeting. So after you vote on something, if you want a summary of that debate to be added, you can make this motion for it, and it will be added into the minutes of the meeting just for like brief review to look back and remember what you guys talked about. And you guys can object to this if you don't want it to be added. But yeah, so after you vote, you can get that summary added. This next change also doesn't exist in the original Bob's. It's added in this Englewood change, and it adds a new type of point for you guys to use. It functions really similarly to all of the other points, and the only difference is in what situations you would use it in. So the point of decorum you would use if you believe someone is violating the rules of decorum. So if someone is like yelling or being rude, such that would violate your rules of decorum, you could use this to sort of bring the meeting back into order. And this is different than other points that you would use, like if the rules of order are being violated if a motion wasn't introduced correctly. So just the different situations that you would use them in. But functionally, it's basically identical to the other points you can use. And the last change in this Englewood ordinance has to do with executive sessions. So these you can make a motion for an executive session if there's something you want to discuss outside of the public meeting. So if there's something that involves confidential information or like a confidential discussion with the city attorney that you don't believe should be discussed in the public setting of a meeting, you can make a motion for executive session just to discuss it in a private meeting. But these can only be used for certain types of topics. You can't use it for just anything you'd like to discuss. And the Englewood change related to this is that you can debate this motion, but only about whether the matter is appropriate for an executive session. So the original Bob's doesn't let you debate it at all. This Englewood change lets you debate whether an executive session would be appropriate. And that is pretty much the rundown on these updates. We have an annotated copy with Nancy of Bob's with these changes noted in them. And if you guys have any questions for us, please let us know.
Thank you very much, Bea, for the presentation and the summary. I think we have a couple questions here. Go ahead, Michelle.
Thank you. And thank you for this review of all of this. Just out of curiosity, in your experience, is it common for cities or municipalities to make changes or make special rules for the municipality from Bob's rules?
I am not familiar with how they've been implemented in other cities throughout Colorado, but these Bob's rules have been adopted by municipalities throughout Colorado, and so I think many of them have made minor changes like this just to make them flow better.
Yes, so it's not uncommon, but I haven't specifically done a canvas of other municipalities to assess which other locations within the state have made their own amendments. It is contemplated within these rules. And so this is the 2023 edition. When Bob's Rules of Order were first adopted in 2018, Robert Widener, who is the author of these rules, presented to council. And as part of that council presentation regarding these rules of order, did make clear that is something that is possible and that it is contemplated within the rules of procedure.
Okay, yeah, thank you. I do a lot of meetings that use, Roberts instead, and so I was just curious, and I knew that Bob's was relatively new, 18, I think you said, but
yes.
So it's just interesting to wonder if other people do this a lot too. So thank you.
We have one, actually two quick questions. Do we automatically update to the latest version when it if they provide an update, or does that
I believe it would need to be readopted by City Council.
City Council?
So yeah, we'll use the 2023 version until City Council makes another update.
And last quick question, if there's an executive session and it is recorded, does that mean it's made public?
I don't believe so.
No, it is not made public. There's an opportunity for the grounds for the executive session to be challenged. And that's part of the reason why it is recorded. In the event that there is a legal challenge, that the executive session was called improperly, there'd be that opportunity for a judge to do, it's called an in-camera review, where they would review the proceeding outside of the presence of the public and make a determination about whether or not it was called properly.
Cool. All right. Anything else? I think we're good. Thank you very much.
Thank you guys so much.
Practice here. All right. Well, I think that's our last topic for today. So we have staff's choice. Nancy?
I put this on the agenda for you. The upcoming meetings, but our next regular scheduled meeting in April has been canceled by the chair. We don't have anything to bring forward. Just as a reminder, the joint session with City Council is on April 14th, and that is when all the directors will come and present their capital projects. They'll go over the tool. If those of you who were here last year, there was the tool that you used, and then the 2 meetings in May for Planning Commission. You will be going through the list and prioritizing them and helping those that weren't here last year get through that. I would say, just as a way of an update, the global storage PUD that you forwarded onto council for recommendation was scheduled to go for a public hearing at council last night, and the applicant requested that be postponed. So they're working through some issues. And other than that, we'll keep you posted. That's, I think, all I have.
Thank you, Nancy. Do you know if we're going to get a copy of that spreadsheet ahead of time again for the...
We will. It will be in the council packet for the 14th.
Okay.
And then if there are any changes based on that meeting, which I don't anticipate, but you know, there's always changes. Yes, I will work with our budget manager to ensure that you get the most up-to-date copy in your May 4th packet.
It's such a fun one. No?
I just wanted to clarify, when you say the 14th of April, as in a week from yesterday?
Is that what I said?
You
yes.
said the 14th.
Yes, it's next week, I believe.
Okay.
Next Monday.
All right. I will not be here for that one. I'm
Okay.
just giving you my notice now.
Okay.
Yeah, Michelle?
I'm sure that we're going to get that whole packet with all of the capital improvements along with the spreadsheet, is what you're saying. It'll be in the council packet. Okay, great, thanks.
Sorry, you said the 14th is canceled, right?
No. I'm sorry. April 14th is a joint session with City Council and probably Budget Advisory Committee members. And it's just a chance for you to go and listen to what all the proposed projects are to help you when you're coming here to make your recommendations. The Planning Commission has to recommend to the city manager by the first part of June what your priorities are for capital projects, and then that gets sent to City Council, and then they go through it. So, yep. No, it's our second meeting in April, which, hold on, I'll tell you what that is.
There's no invite for it as far as
April 22nd. The April 22nd meeting, Planning Commission meeting has been canceled.
Got it.
Are you saying there's no invite for the 14th?
There's no invite for the 14th, right?
I'm sorry?
There's no invite for the 14th?
I thought I sent you one, but I'll double check
I
it.
don't think so.
Thank you. I'll make sure that goes out.
And this is an opportunity for us to listen to the directors. They will come into the first May meeting, I think it is, to to present the same information because it sounds like quite a few people are not going to be able to make that April 14th.
Yeah, so on May 6th, we'll invite the Public Works Director, probably the Parks and Rec, Library and Golf Director. Those are usually the big ones.
Maybe a good idea to watch that April 14th
Yeah.
meeting if you're not going to be able to make it on that date. Okay. Okay. Thank you, Nancy. Anything else on your side? Anybody else here? Okay. Victoria, Attorney's Choice.
Nothing at this time, but thank you.
Okay. I'll run down the line. David? Good. Commissioner? Yeah. Michelle?
Nothing from me.
Oh. Amy? Yeah, Eric and Stephen?
No, I'm good. Thank you.
Then we get to adjourn. Thanks all.
Less than a half hour.